books. I love reading the Doctor Who novels. They have put out some great ones. And I was just wondering if BBC Books said to you, hey, do a Doctor Who novel. Which Doctor would you like to do, and which villain would you have me going up against?
Well, I know exactly what I would say. I'd do it with David, and I'd bring Jack into the story, obviously. And then I would also I'd find a way to bring Davros back, including the Daleks, and also, because I never, as Captain Jack, got to fight Cybermen, so I'd bring Cybermen into it.
And since I've been collaborating with him, what he said.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ellen, and I was just wondering if you guys had the chance to play any book character, whether it's a movie or not, who would you play and why?
Oh my goodness.
That's difficult.
Well, I might have to think about that. I don't know. My head is so full of characters. Who I would want to play. That's really interesting. Can we come back to that? Maybe I'll just yell it out at some point.
Oh, yeah, because I have it on here. I'd want to play Michael Tolliver in one of Armistead Maupin's books. Yeah, one of the new ones. I haven't read it yet. No, because it's a new one. Michael Tolliver Lives, because those series of books was a series that, as a young man, a gay man reading them, I could really identify with it, and still, and so I'd love to play it.
I said that, and then I got a sudden flash. I think I'd want to be V.I. Warshawski, Sarah Perensky's detective. I think I would be pretty good at solving crimes, and I can kick some butts.
Thank you. Yes, young man.
I'm Jared.
Hello.
I'm 8. I like Doctor Who. Book? What's your favorite monster?
The monster we mentioned in the back cover is out of a part of a painting that's a very famous painting, and this particular monk brings to life a very, very creepy, small...
We don't want to tell you what it is. We want you to read it.
It's very creepy.
Awesome.
It's scary, but just the right amount of scary.
Not that big.
I think that's our favorite.
Yeah, totally. And Doctor Who monster, I have to say that it's got to be Cyberman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Marie. I wish you were the director of my English department when I was in school. Anyway,
You can always come back and get, further education as an adult here.
I'm working on my master's already, so I'll do it on my second master's.
Great.
The question I have is, if you had the same powers as the twins in here, what would you do? The same powers.
I know what I do.
One of
No, you go first.
I don't know actually what I would draw, but I know what painting I'd want to be in. Can I answer it that way?
Yeah.
And it would be, if there's any of my art colleagues in here, I know I'm going to not remember the name, but it's the painting that's the Lady of Shalott. It's a pre-Raphaelite, and it's sometimes called the Lady of the Lake. And she is trapped in a tower. She's cursed. She's not allowed to look at reality except through a mirror. And she sees Sir Lancelot. She falls in love with him, and she has to get out of the tower and follow him. But while she's been in this tower, she's been embroidering a tapestry with everything that she's ever seen and imagined on this tapestry. And as she floats towards her death, because she's come out of the tower and she cannot survive, I would like to draw into that painting, get into that boat with her, and see what's on that tapestry.
Mine would be the execution of Lady Jane Grey, and I would want to go in because her hand, to me, is what speaks more than her face. And the executioner is obviously upset. The lady who's against the back wall, it's in the National Gallery in London, and it's her back that speaks 1,000 words, and her hand. I'd just go in and I'd hold her hand, hold Lady Jane's hand.
You can tell we have actually thought about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
My name is Michelle, and I was wondering if you would sign Little Jack.
I will do it later. No problem.
Bring them to the
Okay?
table, all right?
No problem.
Hi, Melinda. I hear you both living in
Scottish accent, yes.
Yeah.
How much did that play into your creative process? Did it come in at all when you're making?
Well, it does, because if we still have all of the, and I'm doing it now because we still have all of the tapes that we made, and when we're talking together, this entire book and the stories were all formed with Scottish accents.
We talk to each other in Scottish accents, which is why you sometimes could hear it a wee bit when we would turn to each other to say something. We talk to our parents in a Scottish accent.
But because we know you're American, we speak
to you in
American.
My kids, they always knew I was angry because there is not, you sound really angry. And if I would hang out that window and had to call for them, Claire and Turner, get in here, they knew I was angry.
You're welcome. Yes, last question.
Hi, I'm Lawson,
Hi.
and I was just wondering, if a kid wanted to do what you guys do, and he really wanted to, and he thought he could, you think he'd be able to get away with that?
Bringing drawings to life?
No.
Or what
No,
we're doing?
becoming a writer?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you have it in your head, and Carole backed me up on this, if you have it in your head that you really want to do something and you're passionate about it, you have to live your life the way you want to live it. You're not living it for anybody else.
It's not a rough draft, honey.
No, this is the only time.
This is what you get.
Yep. You do it now or you're never going to do it.
And I would say that it sort of goes back to that question that someone asked us before. If you want to write, there is so much better ways now to have other people read your writing than when I was starting. So it's even a better time now to be a writer because there are so many fan fiction, writing on all sorts of ways on the internet. So I think if you have anyone in your house who wants to write, give them a pen and a piece of paper. They don't need any computers or anything, and let them do it.
But also make sure they know how to read, and they also know how to write, because it's very important with being an English professor. You need to know the craft.
Yeah, for
okay?
Sure.
So they need to study
and
English.
That's a great question.
Or writing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
You're
for all
welcome.
the
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.